Toastmasters and guests, I'm sure you would agree with me that although you're an adult, there are some things in this life that brings out the inner child in you. Toastmasters and guests, this is my adventure. Each time my mom visits St. Lucia, I always think of fun things to do. What can I do this time, I asked myself, that was different from the last? And it came to me, zip lining. Zip lining? Screamed a friend of mine. Karen, your 75-year-old mother, you're taking zip lining? Do you know what zip lining is? Well, for me, I just wanted to have some fun.
Oh my God.
But after a little investigation, I decided I will still do it the tram style. I made my reservation. I had a group of 8 of us. And when we arrived the morning at the rainforest, I was greeted by a warm welcome by one of the staff. As I got off the vehicle, he said, "Good morning, Karen." I didn't care how he knew my name. I was excited about this expedition. He showed me the way, paid for my trip, and after a little while, he escorted me on. We were met by a tour guide. The children in our group decided they were sticking to their zip lining and let the old people do the tram. Nevertheless, we were greeted by our tour guide who took us a little higher up. The tram came on a line and it stopped in front of us. I was excited, like a little child at play. We got in. The tour guide came in behind us, and I was very fastidious at every briefing, she said. But what stood out for me was when she said, "Hold on to your belongings, because anything that falls into the forest becomes a thing of the forest." And we started our journey going down. A little while on the journey, she said, "Look over to your right and wave, smile at the camera." There he was, a photographer, clicking away. I wanted to get up and give my best pose. But when I remember the thing in the forest stays in the forest, I just give my trees. And away we went. The tour guide provided much information about the forest, the trees, the age of the forest. This was awesome. The forest was cool as it was raining before, and the trees was trickling water. This was so relaxing. We started on another stage, ascending higher. "Look down, Wally," I said. She said, "No, my girl. I will lift my eyes onto the hills." I was excited. We started climbing higher and higher. This was beautiful. At one point, the tram came to a U-turn, very slowly, and it started ascending higher and higher and higher. Oh my gosh! It was as if we were at the top of the pitons, very high above the tallest trees. You can see everything in sight. This was a panoramic view. The Atlantic Sea, the Caribbean Sea over there, the Atlantic Ocean, everything was in plain view. Oh my God, my heart stopped at that time. The tour guide said, now is a good time for you to take some photos, Karen. No, thank you. I said, I will not be looking down. This was so high. After a while, we started descending slowly, and going down. You can hear the trickling of water falling. It was a little river, as the tour guide explained. This was a soothing moment for me, very captivating. It nursed my inner being. It soothed all my pains. I felt so calm, so serene. Oh my goodness. As we started going down, and I looked to the left, there was a little hummingbird. I could almost touch him, for he just tickled there in the sky. At the end of the trip, the tour guide told us we had another expedition on foot by the trail. I said, no thanks, this would be all for me. After that, we were greeted with some drinks, and then we were shown the photos, which were quite excited. I couldn't believe he was actually put that on a little television set there for us. That was awesome. Toastmasters and guests, if you ask me if I'll do it again, hell yes. And I invite you to do the same. Toastmasters and guests, I thank you.